A girl had extremely smelly feet. Once she washed them in a river, and the smell was so strong that all the fish in the river were stunned to death. But the prince insisted on marrying her because her smelly feet had once saved his life. One day, 200 assassins came to kill the prince, and the girl, who was just a palace maid, simply took off her shoes, and the assassins all collapsed from the smell. To repay her, the prince decided to make her a concubine called the Smelly Feet Consort. But the girl asked for a nicer title, so she was named the Fume Consort. People wondered why the prince wasn't affected by the smell, but it was because he had severe rhinitis and could hardly smell anything, and strangely, he could only breathe freely when he was around her. Later, she even helped the prince win battles on the battlefield using her powerful foot odor. Unfortunately, one day, her feet suddenly stopped smelling bad and instead became very fragrant, so the prince gradually ignored her and fell in love with another concubine called the Durian Consort. The Durian Consort washed her feet with stinky tofu and durians every day and completely fascinated the prince. To gain even more favor, she added old Beijing fermented bean juice and canned flying fish to her foot bath, and eventually, the prince was literally stunk to death. Luckily, the girl arrived in time and used her natural foot odor to revive him, because her smell accidentally neutralized the poison. It turned out that the reason her feet had suddenly become fragrant earlier was that the Durian Consort had secretly sprayed perfume on them. The Durian Consort was thrown into prison. To thank the girl, the prince took her to meet the emperor and asked his royal brother to reward her. But suddenly, assassins appeared again. The girl took off her shoes to protect the prince, and although she knocked out the assassins, she also accidentally fumigated the emperor to death. Because of that, she was thrown into prison and ended up sharing a cell with the Durian Consort. The Durian Consort said she was even more powerful because she had managed to stink the emperor to death. The girl thought about it and agreed that talents like them shouldn't die in prison, so they both took off their shoes, knocked out the guards with the smell, and escaped. Meanwhile, the prince accidentally became the new emperor and spent years searching for her, disguising himself many times. 3 years later, they finally met again by Daming Lake. The new emperor said he missed her smell, but the girl said she had changed and now cared about hygiene, so her feet smelled nice. The emperor laughed and said that couldn't be true because all the fish in the lake were dead and he had seen it himself. In the end, they reunited and she became the empress. The story shows that everyone has different tastes, and sometimes your small flaws are exactly what attracts someone to